Marist. Another save, 4 saves, and scoring is Sitarts. And it's 2-0 Marmion power play goal for the Cadets.
Yeah, tough break for McWilliams there. He made about 3 saves before Sitarts could actually finally tap that in. You'd love to see him get a little help from his defenseman there, but going forward, McWilliams just gotta keep his confidence. He's played very well so far, so nothing to hang his head on that one. It's hard to make 3-4 saves in a row there.
We want to thank our YouTube live audience for tuning in. We apologize for the technical difficulties and getting the broadcast up and running. We had some critical hardware failures. Jimmy the Wiz Olson, our technical engineer, scrambling all during that first period. Has his backup laptop now, getting you this live action. It's just as we went live. Marmion got their second goal of the game, a power play goal, to make it 2-0. Both these goalies playing excellent thus far. Donahue with 4 or 5 grade A saves. McWilliams on the other side, not bad himself. He made 3 or 4 saves just before that latest power play goal, so no slouch in either net so far tonight.
Yeah, and for the audience that's just tuned in, he made a few more early in the first period as we get a offsides whistle. Chipping us too after the refs blow it down here.
So a little bit of physicality starting to pick up.
A lot of palms up too, kind of trying to figure out what happened there after the play from both sides.
Well, thank you for joining us here on the CCHL Network alongside Wes Anderson. I am Max Anderson, bringing your play-by-play in color live from Fox Valley Ice Arena for tonight's, or I should say this afternoon's game. Look outside, still a little bit of daylight left. If you're at home and have NFL football on one screen and the CCHL game of the week on another, we certainly appreciate you.
Hoping the Bears pulled out the victory today. They did not. Okay,
unfortunately.
Well, we hope the sad Bears fans are enjoying this broadcast that we got coming to them.
Hopefully a little bit more joy for one of these sides after that tough loss for the Bears earlier today. They're continue searching for answers, but for now, we're gonna
talk some hockey.
Talk some hockey, right? Take our minds off it. Now Marmion trying to play the puck in, comes all the way back. Is Wilczek able to clear it? Checking has really picked up here in the last 2 or 3 minutes. Couple of chippiness, a little bit of after whistle get-togethers from these two teams. Certainly the intensity picking up here a little bit in the second period. And we said just a couple of minutes ago, Marist really struggling in the scoring department last few games. They have not scored a league goal since October 2nd. On 3 straight games here in the league without scoring a goal, so they're desperately looking for some sign of life on the offensive end, and they're going to need at least 2 to tie it and 3 to win it at this point. This clearance attempt by Wilczek. Off the glass and all the way down for an icing, so an offensive zone draw coming from Marmion.
Yeah, you talk about Marist, their offensive woes. Even though they've had some struggles as of late, they still look pretty confident when they do get the puck in the offensive zone. And that power play they had earlier, they were very content with moving the puck around, getting in their sets, not forcing anything or making a bad play while they had the puck.
And Wes, you know how that goes. You find one and all of a sudden things just seem to open up. But when you're in this kind of scoring drought, everyone kind of starts to squeeze the stick a little bit tighter, press a little bit more, trying to be the guy that breaks that streak.
Yeah, sometimes you taper your stick a little bit different. Just find any little small trick you can to put the puck in the back of the net.
There's Polovina for Marist. Tries to get the puck into the slot, and it's intercepted on its way there. Back the other way comes Pacheco. Pacheco carries in with speed. Great drop pass. Here's a shot, and that one just high and wide of the net. Breslin was waiting in between the circles. Had some space, couldn't put it on net. Now in behind Max Sombong. Sombong trying to clear it, and he does. Breslin back to play it in the neutral zone. Played on by Jimmy Savarese. Savarese now waiting back at his blue line. Instead stepping in front, his own Blanchard. Now behind the net. Holding the puck is Breslin. He'll drop. He's got Blanchard. He'll turn around. Breslin coming to support. And a couple of big checks. Breslin throws a man down to the ice. All 4 guys still battling here in the corner. And then eventually spun around back the other way is Pacheco. Pacheco misses the puck as he skates for it. A little bit of snow buildup over there. Might have Screwed up Pacheco trying to keep that chance alive. And that will go the length of the ice for an icing.
Yeah, you see in the last couple of minutes, both teams really getting aggressive in terms of the physicality. So really throwing the body around here, trying to find their way through the second period. But we go back to Marist. They're really collapsing pretty well, not trying to take away that middle of the ice that we were talking about before from the first period. You see the defenseman, the puck goes behind the net. They got active sticks in front of McWilliams here to our right.
11:59 left here in the second period. 2-0 Marmion. Offensive zone draw coming to the right of McWilliams. Won by Marmion. Waiting for it back at the point was Greco. His shot wide. Now played on by Griffin Robertson. Robertson in the corner. He's checked by Huntley. Now 4 bodies come together in a scrum in the corner trying to win the puck. Eventually it's Marist that comes out with it. Pinching, gambling, and losing is how it's now possibly an odd man opportunity here for Marist. Here's a shot. Good stick from Greco on the back check. Deflects it wide. Marmion able to regather and reset. Now with speed, on comes Marmion looking for help. Instead, he'll just shoot, easily placard away. It was Solarte with the shot. But nothing more. Kept at the point momentarily by Greco, but eventually forced out by Doherty. Donahue will stumble there as he tried to play the puck behind the net. Doherty in the corner. He stops, he looks, gets the puck in between the circles. Not able to handle it was Cleary. Now keeping it back at the point for a moment. Now an odd man opportunity. Here comes Powers. Powers gives way. Not a good pass. Wasn't in Solarte's wheelhouse, but a follow-up. Not able to get a shot off. Now behind the net is Greco. Here's a shot from Howitz. Blocked down in front. Now wrap around attempt. Here's Powers. McWilliams scrambling to get back in his net. And eventually Wilczek able to clear. No, bad pass to his own defensive zone. Stepping in was Greco, but Huntley able to clear.
Yeah,
Wilczek, not a smart play there. Very nearly led to a high-quality opportunity for Marmion.
Yeah, you see on that transition play that was coming back our way, that pass a little behind that second Marmion player, but still Marist really collapsing in the middle of the ice, really shutting that down as quick as possible, even on this little frisky kind of situation that happened to the left of McWilliams in front of us just now.
But a good lesson there it was Wilczek who tried to clear the puck through the middle of the ice. Stepped in front was Greco. Very nearly made this a 3-goal game.
Yeah.
Wilczek, you got to clear that puck up the boards.
Yeah, that's something Coach will go to work on that and kind of tell him, hey, you got to, if you're gonna throw it through the middle of the ice, it's got to be 3 or 4 inches off the ice. Can't be on the ice for the defenseman to pick it off. Back
to reset for the Red Hawks. It's Michael Ulwait, the elder brother, senior Michael Ulwait. Of course, his younger brother Ryan Ulwait, the sophomore also on this Marist team. Now Ulwait with some stick handling around a few players. He'll skate with speed through the neutral zone, carried into the zone. He drops to McQuaid. Now Ulwait tries to battle back in the corner, waiting for it back at the point. Hollowell plays it on in behind, looking for some help for McDonald or Antonelli. Locked in behind. McQuaid. He avoids a check, leaves the puck, tries to get the puck towards the middle, not able to, and cleared by Marmion. No icing, the call from our linesman. Spun in behind the boards. Alexander misses that puck, and we're going to get a whistle. It's going to be interference, and it's going to go against Marmion. Did not see what happened that led to the interference, but it'll be Heath Powers, the guilty party for the Cadets.
Yeah, it looked like it was almost too many men on the ice for Marmion. Almost got caught in a line change as that dump in wrapped around and almost caught them with too many men on the ice. But, Marist hasn't had too many offensive opportunities here in the second period. So, like to see them, like I said before, get set in their power play, take their time, really try to crack Donahue here to get a goal and, make this a 1-goal game.
Big opportunity here from Marist, looking for their first goal of the game, but easily cleared on that first opportunity. Huntley back to play it. He hits Doherty with some speed, skates wide. He'll drop back to the point. Huntley And Breslin was expecting that. Now Marmion, if they hurry, can have a shorthanded opportunity. Here comes Powers. Breslin gets the puck between the circles. Back to Breslin. Big save, McWilliams. And keeps it 2-0.
Great save by McWilliams going right to left. As we talked about before, Marmion really trying to pick their odd man opportunities. And you see there, even on the penalty kill, they had almost was a 3-on-1, but it's turned into 2-on-1 with that backdoor opportunity with McWilliams making a huge save to keep his team just 2 goals behind.
So with 1:30 left here on the power play for Marist, they'll have to have a defensive zone draw with 8:33 left in the period. Out with it comes Dougherty. He'll send it in deep and in behind. Give Hansen a chance, but took a weird bounce in behind. Or not able to get all the way through. Now Dougherty able to get it back. Skates high slot. Sprawling to keep it in was Huntley. Now in the corner is Dominic Dulio. William Dougherty waits, passes to Huntley. Huntley drops down below and Cleary.
Marmion very content with letting Marist just kind of make these simple passes on the outside of the perimeter.
Huntley looking for an angle, skating in towards net is Cleary, trying to force the puck through the slot, not able to. So trying to find shooting lanes is Marist, not having any luck. Marmion doing a nice job on the penalty kill.
Yeah, we were talking about Marist collapsing in the defensive zone. It looked like Marmion's very content. Let them pass on the outside, and as they work towards the middle, really all hands on deck with getting sticks in passing lanes.
Now here's a shorthanded chance again for Marmion. Breslin, side of the net shot. McWilliams' pad just long enough not to give it angle.
Yeah, really aggressive there too, forcing him to go wide of that right pad.
Hollowell with 12 seconds left on the power play. He'll carry. He's looking for something towards net. 4 seconds now on the power play. Getting ready to come out of the box was Powers, and that's the end of the power play for Marist. So no shots on goal. And, of course, no goal there for Marist on their second power play opportunity here tonight. Back the other way comes drop shot. Big glove save. McWilliams saw it all the way.
Huge glove save there. You see him snap that left hand around, make sure everybody knows that he caught it. Great. Another great save by McWilliams. But, you know, I was saying before, Marist was content, you know, not rushing, not forcing really anything on that power play. But you'd like to see them be a little bit more aggressive at some points. You know, the defensemen are always just going to let you pass on the perimeter like that, but you actually want to see them try and work the puck more to the middle of the ice and try and get a better shot or maybe an odd man opportunity with a little backdoor play.
Now face off won by Marist. You said it, not a ton of movement, not a lot of darting forwards, not much commotion in front of the net. Marist has got to work way harder, especially if they want to find a goal here. Cleared by McQuaid. Will check. Toss that puck through the neutral zone, eventually controlled by McQuaid. McQuaid drops to Ulawait. Ulawait checked in behind. Ryan Ulawait now trying to free the puck. Instead, it's Marmion in the corner and A.J. Mumford. That cleared, and an errant pass will go the length of the ice for icing, so an offensive zone draw coming from Marist with 5:55 left here in the second period.
Yeah, it looks like Grotto was trying to call for that puck in between in the middle of the neutral zone there. Just missed his stick, trying to have a little breakaway or 2-on-1 opportunity coming back towards Marist net here.
Talked about it a little bit earlier, Wes, playing here on the international rink as we go along too. Just frankly more ice. I wonder what that takes in effect in terms of fatigue as the game goes along as well.
Yeah, definitely a lot more skating, that's for sure. So, you know, something to monitor from both coaches. Kind of, you know, you always preach those short shifts. That's even more important when you've got, you know, I think it's 10 feet on each side of the dot. You know, especially a lot more difficult for the defenseman.
A lot more ground to cover, no question about it. Michael Ulawait carries this puck on. He gets turned, eventually able to force the puck into the offensive zone, quickly erased and taken out, and it'll be offsides. That puck came into the offensive zone for Marist just a little too quickly.
Yeah, we were talking about the refs there. Both pretty quick on calling that offside. So love to see them really engaged here, keep the game close. Really being fair to both teams here.
A well officiated game so far. We've had a couple of penalties, but all in all, this officiating crew doing a nice job here with 5:18 left here in the second period. I always like to say I'll be hard on refs when they miss stuff and make the game a little bit too much about them, but so far this crew doing a fantastic job, and kudos to them.
Yeah, always great to pump up the refs when you can. They get a hard enough time from the parents sometimes. So
no doubt about it. Now Breslin, that's Solarte coming in the zone. He'll pass backdoor slot. Powers not able to get anything on it. Puck still loose. McWilliams scrambles, and Powers had time and space and just couldn't get anything on that shot.
Yeah, it looks like Powers didn't expect the puck to come all the way to him on the back door there. There was another Marmion player there in the front of the slot that I think was letting that puck go through to try and confuse McWilliams here. But another good push coming right to left to get his stick down and his pad down to seal the lower half of the net there.
4:55 left in the second. Offensive zone draw. Marmion tied up, trying to find possession as Marmion eventually forced out by Wilczek.
Yeah, it looked like Powers thought that puck was going to come out a little bit quicker than that. Gave up the blue line a little easy there, but he looked like he was making a different read on the play.
Now McQuaid in the corner. That's Huntley in the corner, able to settle the puck, spins it around. Wilczek trying to carry it out, eventually able to force it out. No, not able to force it out, but controlled, and on comes Huntley. Huntley with a rink-wide pass, just missing the stick of Dougherty. Huntley now behind the goal line, trapped in behind Dougherty. Pucks comes squeaking out to Cleary in the corner. He tries to get it back to Wilczek. Doesn't have enough power to get it back to him. So Robertson the other way as he takes a big check as he puts the puck deep in behind the goal line. Solarte in the corner. Forced off the puck, Huntley. Now battle here right in front of us. Side of the net, Powers. Backhanded chance. Puck comes loose. Puck comes off its posts. And I think we're going to have another penalty right here in front of us. I think we might get off coincidentals, as Hansen's going to head to the box with his third penalty of the game already. And one more for him. He'll get a game suspension. He's going to watch himself here the rest of the game.
Yeah, boarding again there. It looks like the net to our right here has been coming off its moorings a little bit easy. Something the refs might want to take a look at going forward. Just
squirt a little bit of water in there, get things to...
Yeah, ice it down a little bit. It looks like McWilliams tried to push off, and his net just kind of moved as he went as well. So, he's looked good. We've been talking about him a lot, making a lot of great saves to keep his team in it. But, he's got another big kill here with 3:42 left in the second.
Hansen really putting his team in a tough spot. McWilliams sticks that puck away. Now far side half boards. Pacheco called his name a lot in the first period. Not as much action from him so far here in the second. Just a lot of extra ground to cover here on the international rink. You felt like you saw it right there.
Yeah, get a little that much more tired when you're on the big rink here.
Powers, as he was going down to the ice, tried to play on, but that's able to be cleared with 3:05 left here in the period, and 1:20 on the power play. Is aggressive out of his net is Donahue.
Yeah, that's one as a goalie. You get a little aggressive. You forget how far you are from your net. You're just hoping that you can make that little chip pass over the forwards.
Pacheco skates with speed. Near side circle. Cross! Oh, McWilliams got a little bit of that to disrupt Solarte. He was darting down between the circles. And a pass not able to be handled by Greco.
Yeah, it looked like Olwake got a stick on stick there to try and prevent the Marmion player from being able to get a good shot on that backdoor.
Now Marist, if they hurry, might have an odd man. No, not able to. But following it is Dougherty. His shot blocked. Marist will look to try to waste a little bit of time here on the penalty kill in the offensive zone. Eventually settled, and Heath Powers will lead the rush. And that will be an icing, a really inexcusable icing there on the power play from Marmion.
Yeah, we talk about being on the bigger rink. That's one of those plays where you get a little bit tired. You're trying to make it maybe kind of a finesse little sauce pass over a stick. You put a little bit too much power on it, goes all the way down, and puts your team in a position where you're trying to have a defensive zone face-off.
2:15 left in the second, 33 on the power play for Marmion. They'll have to take a defensive zone draw. That puck comes kind of loose right out in front of Donahue. But able to scoop it out. Robertson plays on. Here's Greco. Greco draws the puck. He looks. He shoots. And a save for McWilliams. And you can see Greco a little bit frustrated with himself. Hit that right into the chest. Had some space. Needed to get the puck elevated. Wasn't able to.
Yeah, it looks like he was looking high glove there. Great on McWilliams to stay square. You know, it's tough when you got that odd man opportunity. Sometimes you want to cheat to try and get that backdoor pass if the forward makes it.
Shield with a chance on the draw. Not able to keep possession. That would be offside, so Marmion's going to have to retreat past the blue line, and Marist is going to be able to waste the rest of this power play. And with 5 seconds to go, Hansen getting ready to come out of the box. That's the end of the power play with 1:40 left here in the second. Back to full strength. Huntley not at the point, not able to keep that puck in. Comes out into the neutral zone. Avoiding a check there was McQuaid to carry the puck. On comes Hollowell. McQuaid not able to get much on that. Puck towards net. Donahue just drops his glove on it. And we'll take a face-off draw late here in the second period. 2-0. Marmion leads on their second goal, coming a power play earlier here in the second period.
Yeah, Donahue hasn't had too much action here in the second period. Similar kind of to the first period where Marmion controlled the first portion of the period, and then Marist had a really good response. Haven't had quite the same reaction here in the second from Marist's standpoint. Haven't had too many shots seep through and get towards Donahue.
And Donahue's had a pretty quiet period thus far. Pretty active there in the first period. Made a bunch of nice saves, but been rather left alone here in the second period. Certainly beats the alternative if you're Donahue. Now side of the net, looking for something out in front. Not able to. Back the other way comes Marmion. Stretch pass, trying to find Pacheco. Stick gets in the way. Pacheco tries to play it on. I believe that'd be offsides if anyone knows. The puck comes out. And missing that goes Polavina. Polavina in his corner will play in behind. Tries to find Sambong. Sambong. This puck comes squirting out in between the circles. Taken away is Breslin. Breslin. Backhand pass into the slot. Good stick out in front from Ryan Muehlwaite. With 30 seconds left here in the second period. Howitz on the back end. Plays on Pacheco. Pacheco draws now in the high slot. He looks near circle. Shoots. Scores! Pacheco with 18 seconds left. Makes it 3-0. And you know McWilliams wants that one back.
Yeah. Jacob must be watching Patty Kane highlight tapes. A lot of really soft hands there moving through the slot, and a great shot to the low glove side of a goal. That's always tough when you're either low stick side or low glove side. It's a hard, very hard place in terms of the net for the goalie to reach to. But yeah, McWilliams definitely looked like he's a little upset that he didn't grab that one.
Well, the first shaky play really from McWilliams has been outstanding. Really kept his team in the game here through 2 periods, but talk about goals in the first or last minute of a period are just backbreakers. And you kind of feel that here for Marist, now down 3-0.
Yeah, it was kind of in that time of the game where his next goal was really determined on who's going to set the pace and set the momentum going forward, especially going into the third period.
And that will be the end of the second period here from Fox Valley Ice Arena. 3-0 Marmion in a period really controlled much more by Marmion, and at this point the game up 3-0 being controlled by the Cadets.
Yeah, we saw in the first period Marmion took control the first couple minutes. Marist had a great response. Marmion did the same thing here in the second, and you thought, okay, here Marist might make a good run, make a good comeback, but we really didn't see any sustained offensive pressure from Marist's point. So, I know they're going to go in, try and make some adjustments, try and see how they can solve Donahue, who's been really solid so far, as has McWilliams. But, try and preach to your team, make the easy play, try and get good shots. You got to shoot to score. So just get shots on them, try and get the puck past them.
And they've got to get one to get some momentum, because right now, offensively, they just have no momentum. So who's going to make the play for Marist is the question. Hopefully we'll find out here in third period action coming up in just a couple of minutes. But in the meantime, we're going to take a quick timeout, catch our breath. let them clean the ice, and we'll come back with third period action in just a couple of minutes right here on your home for CCHL Hockey, YouTube Live.
Mayer centers it right in front. They score! Mosley takes the shot and scores! And immediately Carmel has tied the game! Kempa shot, he scores! Nico Kempa with a slap shot. Jeffers shoots, he scores! And Ryan Jeffers gets his second goal of the game and ties it back up for Brother Rice. He takes the puck, he shoots, he scores! And Keedy wins it for the Brother Rice Crusaders in overtime!
Back here live at Fox Valley Ice Arena for the CCHL Game of the Week. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we're going to send it now live to Wes Anderson.
Try to hopefully be able to spring somebody is what we're shooting for.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
So we got just the end of Wes with head coach Mark Banzi. But 3-0, Marmion leads after 2 periods. A game really they've controlled. It was Donahue in net for Marmion, really coming up big in the first period, keeping it scoreless for the home side. And there was a couple of critical power play goals that have Marmion up 3-0. We'll recap on scoring. We got there during the intermission break. So far tonight, Pacheco with 2 goals, the first and the third. Second goal scored by Dan Sittarts. Bunch of assists so far tonight. 1 for Breslin, 1 for Sittarts. Sonny Lombardo got an assist. Nolan Scheel, Jimmy Savarese, and Trey Howitz all with assists as well. Wes, we got a little bit of cut off with your interview with Mark Banzi. Recap us a little bit what you and him talked about there right before the start of the third period. Sorry, Wes, go ahead.
There we go. Yeah, just kind of recaps, how to trying to generate some offense. Went over, it's very apparent they've had some offensive struggles. So he's like, just try and keep it simple. Just get the puck on net. You got to test the goal. It's the famous thing. You got to shoot to score. So that was first and foremost. Then talked about any way we could generate some offense from their defense. So the defense has been collapsing a lot, really taking away the middle of the ice at times for Marmion. So any way to generate some transition offense, as we've seen, we're on a bigger ice, so those outside lanes are going to be there. So any way to really get the Marist offense pumping here.
So Marist, tall task here in the third period to try to come back and find a victory, but it starts with 1. You'll hear coaches say that. They're on a pretty significant scoring drought here. They've got to find 1, and you'll see a little bit of a deep breath from the Redhawks, but they've got to find that first goal.
Yeah, like you said before, you can't score 3 unless you score 1, so start there. And, sometimes all it takes is 1, and the floodgates just open up, and the offense really gets going.
Offsides right here, just 10 seconds into the third period. Live from Fox Valley Ice Arena alongside Wes Anderson. I'm Max Anderson with your CCHL Game of the Week right here on YouTube Live, our third CCHL Game of the Week so far this season. Very excited to be part of the CCHL and bringing you live high school hockey here from the Catholic League every single week through February. Of course, next week, our next SHL Game of the Week, Notre Dame versus Carmel Catholic, a week from today, Sunday up in Mount Prospect. So make sure you join us for that next Sunday. But before then, we've got 16 minutes to decide a couple of critical points here in the CCHL. Marmion at 2-3 looking to even their record, and Marist looking to fight back here in the third period, try to find their second victory of the CCHL season. Here's a pass, big pad save, and scores! Driving hard to the net was Antonio Antonelli. And just like that, 45 seconds into the period, Marist finally breaks that scoring drought.
Great early response here in the third period. You talk about the international ice. You see Marist there use that outside lane, have that middle drive, to have something coming at the net here to Donahue. Great first save by Donahue, you know, getting that left pad on it, but great second chance put back by the Marist.
But you really foretold it, Wes. You talked about going hard to the net, and it was Antonelli going hard through the slot in front of the net. That, I don't know if it was his leg or his stick, but he forced that puck in, and that's the kind of intensity. Another chance right off that face-off draw from Hollowell. So a little pep in the Marist step all of a sudden. And if you're going to make a 3-goal comeback in the third period, getting a goal 45 seconds in is, of course, key to that recipe.
Yeah, really gets the momentum going. You know, the boys on the bench start pushing a little bit harder as you see this pushback early by.
Here's another shot, scores! The shot from the point, I believe it was Donahue, I believe it was Doherty. Or Howell, couldn't quite tell who that was back at the blue line, but 30 seconds later, Marist makes it 3-2. And Wes, I don't mean to make us sound any better than we already do, but talk about getting the first and then getting the second.
Yeah, like I said, the floodgates get really open. That one, tough on Donahue. You can see palms up right as he went down as the puck went through his legs. Don't think he ever saw it. Not surprised Coach Esposito takes the time out here, settle down his team, you know, really just get back to the basics of what they were doing for the first 2 periods of being the attacker instead of laying back. So left here, Marist has really come out strong in the first minute and 30 or 15-ish seconds here. So there's a lot to say from both sides.
Trying to get another look at a replay here to see if we can tell what number that was that shot from the point. It's one of the defensemen. An awkward angle. Want to make sure we give him credit.
Yeah, it looks like there's some traffic in front there too. Donahue never saw that, and as a goalie, that you never want to have the first 2 that you see in a period go in. He's been very strong the first 2. You see he's checking on his edges there and making sure everything's good. But you know, as Coach Esposito, really great timeout to settle down your team, really get back to the basics, and you know we got a great game now going.
All of a sudden, a 3-2 game, and 2 goals in the first minute and 13 of this third period for Marist. And they are buzzing, and you heard them break that huddle there. A loud and emphatic Hawks as they broke the huddle. Now Marmion, all of a sudden, I think they might have thought they might skate pretty easily to a league win here. Now they've got to dig back in and go back to work.
Yeah, a little gut check here. You know, we talked about McWilliams made a few big saves in the first and second to keep his team in it, and those are starting to look even bigger now that his team was able to put a few pucks behind Donahue to our right.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Even giving up 3 goals, it was McWilliams that had several huge saves to keep them in this game. Now another chance out in front, waiting on the doorstep, was Polavina. Puck again, high slot, following it up, Ulawait. Not able to get a shot in on net. Solarte throws that back into the neutral zone. The entire ice just seeming tilted towards this Marmion end of the ice so far here in the third period. Another chance here in the slot. Between the legs was McQuaid. He's hassled the entire time. Solarte hammering him on his way in. Now puck loose in the slot. And swiped away. Here comes Robertson. He's able to carry it out. Big check. As George Cleary took him down. Now Wilczek, shot, Donahue, save, and an offensive zone draw coming from Marist.
Yeah, it's Donahue. You really want to. That'll settle him down a bit. You know, it's tough trying to gain your confidence again when 2 pucks back to back go past you. So good on him to settle it down, ease his team a little bit. But Marist, I mean, talk about what a first couple minutes here in the third period. The great pushback with these 2 goals.
Talk about sticking with it. Here's another face-off draw win. Huntley drops it in behind. Now Cleary forced off the puck. Cleary and Scheel wrestling behind the play. Scheel loses his stick, able to gather it. Now Cleary again. Down here in the corner right in front of us. Greco finally able to corral. Tries to spin it out and does. That one going to go all the way down, but no icing. Marmion trying to establish something offensive. The entire period been played so far in the Marmion defensive zone. Finally trying to get something started. There's Howitz. But again, Marist able to clear out. Tried to go rink wide pass. Instead, it was taken away by Antonelli. A shot sticked away by Donahue. Doherty drops Antonelli. Puck comes out in front. Greco takes it away from Marmion. This is Lombardo back in support, able to clear it now with speed. Comes Marmion. Joey Nowicki sends that in deep. Will try to get something done the forecheck. He's able to take the puck away. Marmion's in changes, so not much offensive zone support for Nowicki. Instead, Breslin spins it around the boards and behind, and Marmion able to make complete change on the fly. Now stretch pass all the way down ice to Polavina. Polavina gets tied up by Savarese. Marmion able to clear. Linesman getting tied up with a couple of guys in the neutral zone. It was Breslin and Jamison. Settled on the back end. On comes Polavina again. Big body of Polavina is going to try to go to do work. He takes the puck away. Backhanded pass through the slot. No one home for Marist. Able to keep it in for a moment. Now could be an odd man rush. Here comes Pacheco with speed. Pacheco looking for a hat trick. Goes between the legs, but a good stick by Ulwait. Prevents that opportunity for Marmion. Back the other way comes Ulwait with speed. Tries to go between the legs of Savarese. Savarese swipes it into the corner. Now Savarese sandwiched by 3 Marmion defensemen. Now Breslin coming away with it. He'll try to lead up a rush. He looks up ice. Instead, he'll just chip it out into the neutral zone. Safe play. Settled down, but back comes Hollowell. Hollowell dumps the puck in deep. Here comes Ulwait. Ulwait trying to dig it out. He's got Anthony Granite in support. Not able to get it. Referee gets in the way of the benefit of Marist. Gets it on. Here's a shot. Scores! Riley Jamison makes it 3-3.
Yeah, you see Breslin's a little upset. It looks like the ref interfered on that breakout pass he was trying to make. But, you know, you talk about being on the big ice here, and would that affect pace? And after those first 2 goals, the pace of this game really picked up.
What a remarkable comeback here from Marist in less than 5 minutes. They've scored 3 goals to tie it 3-3. Marmion, after that second goal, used their timeout to try to settle things down. And you see the captain Powers coming back to give his goalie a bit of a pad tap, like, hey, we're fine, we're right in this. Offensively, we can find some, but all of the momentum right now on the Red Hawks side, especially surprising given right at the end of that second period, Marmion got that 3rd goal, and you just felt the entire weight of the building coming down on Marist. Didn't think there was any way they could muster a comeback like this, but give these kids credit. They have fought, they have stayed with it, and they've found 3 goals in 5 minutes.
Yeah, you talk about that goal. It kind of seemed like that might have been the dagger for Marion.
Back the way comes Robertson. Robertson looks, he skates, he shoots off the post. So now it's Marist finding some puck luck.
McWilliams is going to be rubbing his post again after that that one, as we talked about earlier.
I mean, that was the first real chance that McWilliams has been threatened with all period. And like you said, he's going to give a nice hug to that far post.
Yeah, you talked about earlier that Marmion would usually start the period strong, and this is the 3rd period's the first one where the momentum has really been in Marist's favor.
And now offsides, and Marist calling for an intentional offsides. Wanted that draw to come all the way into the defensive zone for Marmion, but I don't think they're going to get their wish.
Yeah, that's a little tough ask from that play right there. It's just a little broken play. It's like no really harm, no foul on that.
Doherty still trying to campaign for it and having some words with the referee.
You can tell both sides really want to win this, especially after this huge comeback we've had this earlier with 5 minutes into the 3rd period by Marist.
And now the referee going over to have a word with Mark Banzi, explaining what happened. They're still campaigning for a change of venue for this face-off. They're not going to get it. Coming in the neutral zone, just outside the Marist defensive zone. Face-off draw tied up. Eventually taken away here by Marmion. Breslin with speed. But Ulwait steps in the way, knocks that puck down. He'll lead the rush here for Marist. Not able to handle that puck's Doherty, so he'll just have to drop the puck in deep. He'll give Antonelli a chance. And Dougherty, here's a shot. Not on net, just a little bit wide. Not a lot on it. Back to the point in Ulawait. Ulawait having a heck of a third period here. Really part of leading this comeback for Marist. Dougherty looks back at the point. He'll shoot wide of the net. Ulawait following up. Antonelli misses that one, but Dougherty here around the backside. Antonelli will pin that puck against his body. Comes away. Dougherty near side circle. Tries to go cross ice. Puck loose through the slot. And swiped away. Pacheco. Pacheco avoids a check. And now pinching in. Skating hard. Trying to find the puck is Sambong. Sambong able to get just enough stick on that where here's Dougherty. Remember that play if this leads something from Marist from Sambong.
Yeah, 2 great pinches by Sambong to keep the offensive pressure.
Now Sambong trying to get back as Pacheco has some space. He skates wide, looking to get the puck into the middle. Looked like McWilliams, a quick save there. This puck kind of sneaked up on him.
Yeah, it looks like he didn't even see it till the last minute. Just great positioning by him to get a pad on that.
Greco carrying it in. He skates wide. Now below the circle. He'll stop. He'll wrap it around the boards. On the other side's Henry Jung. Jung now pinned against the half boards, trying to fight off a couple of Marist defensemen. Puck comes free. Now circling behind. Sharp angle shot. McWilliams with the first save. Now looking out in front. Jung had his stick tied up. Here's another shot. Goes well wide in the corner. Skating for it is Polovina. But instead Breslin. Breslin with speed. He just goes charging through a checking Marist defenseman. Breslin with speed and power. You saw it on full display there. Now coming loose in the slot. Big save. McWilliams still loose and swiped away by the Red Hawks. So Marmion trying to respond here. Sustained pressure. Back the other way comes Marist. On comes McQuaid. And he has the puck taken away as he carried it into the zone by Greco. Blanchard trying to lead the rush. Stopped at the blue line. Puck played along. Coming all the way behind his net is Nowicki. Nowicki plays off the boards. Now played along by Greco. Rink wide pass to Solarte. He's got a little trouble handling it. Instead he'll throw it. Tried to find Blanchard back door. Blanchard didn't quite read that properly. Alexander for Marist, able to wrap that puck around the boards but not out. Seen a couple of plays now, just like that on an NHL rink you would think would be forced out of the zone, but with a little bit of extra space, those defensemen have a little bit more time to try to keep that puck in.
Yeah, and as there hasn't been a whistle here in about a couple of minutes, that really forces you to use your whole bench as you're just rolling lines quick here, trying to get back in the play.
Nowicki with some speed and space. He'll skate wide, giving chase was Huntley, able to stop him at the blue line and clear.
Great little chip pass by Ulawait there to get that into the neutral zone opportunity for his other.
Jamison gets the puck in deep. Checking one man off the puck is Anthony Granite. Now in behind his own net was Powers. He's pestered the entire way out, and we're going to get a penalty. I believe we're going to have a hooking coming against Marist. Here's a chance out in front. McWilliams makes one stop, and finally a Marist Red Hawk touches the puck, and it's going to be a huge power play midway through the third period with 7:14 left in the third.
Yeah, it looked like Ulawait got a little too eager and antsy, trying to have a good forecheck, stop moving his feet. That's always going to be a hooking when you get that guy wrapped up under your arm like that. So big penalty kill here for Marist, who've really controlled the majority of the play here early, or I should say for the first half now of the third period. But Marmion, great response after 3 unanswered goals. So this is a big opportunity for them. Get that fourth one, try and lock it down, ease, have a little bit more ease on the bench after this power play opportunity.
Certainly got a little tense on the side of the Marmion Cadets here in their blue jerseys with red trim. Of course, both teams prominently feature red, but tonight Marist wearing the white jerseys with black pants.
Yeah, a little dangerous pass there by Donahue. He's really showing off his passing ability.
And losing his stick at the blue line. Now shorthanded chance. Dougherty shoots off the shoulder of Donahue. That missed a goal from Marist by maybe about 3 inches. Now a good pass. Dougherty can't get anything on the shot. Dougherty with 2 really high quality chances there. Not able to put Marist ahead, shorthanded. Back the other way, Solarte. He's back checked. Following up is Howitz. He takes a tumble. No call there.
Looked like a few Marmion players thought that should have been tripping.
Thought it looked like a good no call from my vantage point.
Yeah.
1 minute left in the power play, 6:12 in the third period. Now taking away Marist, another shorthanded chance. Shot! I don't think Donahue ever saw that. Just missed his far side post.
Yeah, it looked like it hit a foot or a stick on the way in, too. Changed directions on him at the last minute.
Powers sticks between multiple defensemen. He'll shoot. McWilliams makes the save, but there's a rebound waiting for a Cadet. They couldn't get to it, and they'll clear with 30 seconds left in the power play.
Yeah, we know Marmion's on the power play here, but Marist has been really aggressive. You see Doherty with a few chances here, one back door and one on a great move where him cutting in the middle of the ice.
5:33 left in the third period. 18 left on this power play for Marmion, which has looked much more like a Marist power play than a Marmion one. Trying to get into the slot, stepping in front. Here's a chance for, here comes Cleary. He's got a breakaway. Cleary shoots. Big save by Donahue.
Great save by Donahue. You know, it's always tough when you let three in pretty quick there. It seems like he settled out a good bit, even seeing him with that saucer pass here to start the power play. Another great save by the netminder to our right here to, you know, keep it tied, keep his team, you know, in it, and you know, give him a chance to win going forward.
Face-off draw coming to the left with 3 seconds left in the power play for Marmion, which was about as disastrous as a power play without giving up a goal for the Cadets. And this clearance up off the netting, so an offensive zone draw back to full strength is Marist.
Yeah, you can see there, Marmion, excuse me, maybe getting a little tight. You know, the Marist has had a great response in this third period. So Marmion maybe just, you know, a little nervous. You know, they can feel the pressure on as we come down with a little bit more than 5 minutes left in the rest of the period.
5 minutes to go here in the third. Offensive zone draw. Possession initially by Marist. Eventually forced out by the Cadets. Trying to drop that puck in deep was Max Sombong, but goes into the Marmion bench. And we'll have a neutral zone draw coming.
Yeah, it's a name we've talked about a lot as of recent in this period. Sombong, and a couple possessions ago, 2 great pinches to keep some sustained pressure in the Marist offensive zone as the puck comes out to center ice here.
So on comes Marmion, trying to find that game-winning goal. 3-3 under 5 minutes to go. And what's been an incredible comeback from the Redhawks. Here's a shot, never got through. The Redhawks were on better than 150 straight minutes without a goal in league play and found 3 in the course of 5 minutes here in the third period. Now 2-on-1 chance, backhanded, never got towards net. Now back the other way, just missing the stick of Pacheco. It's going to be icing. No, icing waived. A little bit surprised we had a waived icing there.
Yeah, I wonder what the refs saw there at ice level that we, you know, couldn't pick up. But they've had a strong game too so far. The refs have.
Now Shield tries to play on. Ulwait stops that puck. Trying to break into the offensive zone is Marist. But now Marmion with some speed and space. Here's a shot, and that one wide. Waiting back door, but wasn't ready for it was Greco. Now coming off the half boards, here's a shot, big pad save. Sprawling now is McWilliams. He's down and out, and Marmion scores! With 3:43 to go, a scramble side of the net gives Marmion the lead.
Yeah, it looks like McWilliams made a great right pad save on that first opportunity, and then a putback by, couldn't tell who the eventual goal scorer was, but a great second chance opportunity on the putback there for Marmion to take the lead here with about a little bit more than 3 minutes left in the third period.
So 3:43 left in the third. You got to wonder, what does Marist have left in the tank? Huge comeback, those 3 goals to tie the game. Now Marmion takes the lead.
Yeah.
Mark Banzi having a conversation with the referee. He didn't like something that led to that goal.
Yeah, you talk about Donahue with that great glove save on that breakaway just a couple of minutes before the Marmion received the power play, and it looks like Mark Banzi and the Marist bench is upset about something as play still stopped here.
Just looked like McWilliams was a little bit out of position, sprawling in the wraparound, and a score for Marmion. So 3:43 for the Red Hawks. Let's try to find the equalizer. Here's Cleary. Cleary skates. Nice slot. Now he'll shoot. Deflected, never got through. And cleared by Marmion. Tying the stick up. Cleary able to settle. Ulawait gets it on. Now Marist, if they hurry, they can have an odd-man chance. On comes Antonelli. Antonelli drops. Dougherty shoots. Up over the glove and crossbar. Comes all the way out. All the way back into the Marist end. They'll have to reset with 3:08 to go here in the period.
Yeah, it looks like Doherty was calling for that puck. Looked like he might have had a step on his the forward behind him on that odd man opportunity just now.
Dougherty reaching a bit. Powers tries to skate around him. Eventually, Antonelli able to get the puck back out into the neutral zone. Pestering him the entire way is Hollowell.
Yeah, look for McWilliams to maybe go to the bench here in the next 15 to 20 seconds so Marist can get that extra man on.
Keep an eye on that net. Certainly, Marist going to need to find some sustained possession. They'll get the puck deep. McWilliams looking at the clock, looking at the bench. He stays in net. Here's Greco. Greco plays on Solarte. Taken away, but Greco able to follow up. Far side half boards. Now Marist able to get a fortunate deflection. McWilliams glancing over at his bench, still in his net, as they're not able to get control in the offensive zone. Now Breslin in behind the net. He misses the puck. Instead, Riley Jamieson, who had that third goal for Marist to tie the game at that point, plays on. Marist still not able to get possession now, under 2 minutes left in the game. Here's a shot looking for a deflection, was Breslin, just missed his stick. Well, Lucas Polavina. McWilliams looking at his bench, still looking, able to control now. Here's a shot and a big save with 1:38 left in the third. It was James McQuaid who had a shot, but he hit it right into the chest. It's going to be a timeout called for Marist. They'll want to settle things down. We'll see with the offensive zone draw coming if they opt for the empty net.
Yeah, you'd expect Mark Banzi to take a timeout here with 1:38 left in the third period, down one goal. I think you're saying to your goalie here, I'm not sure if you pull him right away. I think if
Play
you
him
halfway, win the face-off, he's out. Lose the face-off, you got to be hard on the puck right away. Try and get some sustained pressure like they have in the earlier part of the period, and then William will be out.
And it's not a secret recipe for Marist. He talked about it before the period with Coach Banzi, and we saw it play out here in real time. When they got presence in front of the net, when they had hard pressure going right at the goaltender, they had success. They've got to get presence in front of the net, make it tough for Donahue, and that's how they're going to find the equalizer. Not a difficult recipe for Marist.
Yeah, when you saw they had sustained pressure, they really had the cycle going here down in front of us. So I think they're looking to cycle the puck a bit, maybe get Marmion out of their normal defensive set, and then throw it to the middle there for maybe a quick one-timer or a good shot in at the slot. So, Mark Banzi has seen that. He's telling his team, where they should be, kind of the rotations that they should have. And from Christian Esposito's side on Marmion, he's letting his guys know, don't be too eager. All the pressure is really on Marist right now to put the puck in the back of the net. So
1:38 left here in the third period, and it was a bit of a snooze of a CCHL game of the week through two periods. Marist turned it around quickly at the start of this third period with 3 goals in the first 4 minutes and 58 seconds to tie it at 3-3. And then a goal with about 4 minutes left here in the game from Marmion takes the lead, but had a heck of a CCHL game of the week alongside Wes Anderson. I am Max Anderson with all the live game action, and we're going to have what should be an intense last minute 38 here on this Sunday evening.
Yeah, you talk about how Marmion really controlled the first 2 periods of play, out shooting Marist. I think it was 27-14 what we saw, and then right out of the gates, Marist just really came flying. 3 quick goals in less than 5 minutes to tie this thing up, and great response by both teams really. And Marmion this period, and that last fourth goal, with about 3 minutes left in play.
Doherty with the face-off draw, not able to win it. It is an empty net for Marist, so 6 attackers for the Redhawks. Having trouble handling the puck at the blue line was Hansen. And able to clear. Now skating Ulewaite. Is that going to get far enough for icing? It will not. Marist able to settle the puck for a moment. Ulewaite going to try to lead a rush. Empty net for Marist. Now Doherty with some space. He carries in. He's back checked by Breslin. And able to clear. No, throws it into his own bench. So an offensive zone draw here for Marist. Unfortunate break as that puck went into the Marmion bench.
Yeah, a few feet lower, and that's chipped out and, going the other way for Marmion. But, now Marist, a little bit more than a minute left, trying to set something up here quick off the faceoff.
Cleary with a big opportunity here, tied it up. Both teams trying to find possession. Eventually it's Marist. Here's a shot, gets a deflection, but not on net. Now Doherty in the corner, spins it in behind for McQuaid. 51 seconds left here in the period and the game. Doherty looking for an equalizer. Holds the puck a little bit too long, able to get it back. Now gets it to Ulewaite. He'll throw it in deep. McQuaid circles. Tries to get between the circles, not able to. Sprawling to try to keep this play going. Forcing it out is Pacheco with 32 to go. And Ulewaite just offsides as he carried the puck in just a fraction of a second too soon, so a neutral zone face-off coming.
Yeah, it looks like Ulewaite didn't see Doherty trying to race out of the zone there on the far side of the play there, but Marist has got to kind of away from the puck, needs to move a little bit more. It looks like they're waiting for passes to get through lanes before they're actually doing anything offensively.
30.4 left here in the third period, and neutral zone face-off coming. 6 attackers for Marist. They've got an empty net. Critical face-off win for the Redhawks. Here's Cleary. He'll shoot. Takes a deflection and able to clear his powers. We'll see if that goes far enough for icing. It looks like it will. Break there for Marist with 19.8 to go. The good offensive zone draw.
Yeah, it looked like Marist was trying to get a quick shot in, maybe a shot off the pass, a rebound for something in the slot there. So now they're really going to be crashing. Marion knows that. Coach Esposito from Marmion side knows that. So there's going to be a lot of traffic in front of Donahue. You expect him to be calling out what he sees, what he can't see. As you see Marist here talk through what they're going to do off the face-off.
Face-off coming. It's going to be Hansen for Marist and Scheel for Marmion. And won by Scheel, and Powers is going to be able to... No, he's not able to clear it. Ulewaite able to keep it in. 15 seconds to go. Powers going to try to clear it again, and again knocked down and not cleared. Now they're going to try to just keep the puck here in the corner for the rest of this game. 5 seconds to go. Eventually forced out. Puck side of the net. Loose. Trying to get a shot off. 2 seconds. 1 second. And Marmion will hold on for a victory here tonight in the CCHL Game of the Week. 4-3. Wasn't easy. Tense at times for the Cadets. Up 3-0. Really controlling the game through 2 periods. Marist came back with a flurry to start the third period. And then the critical game-winning goal for Marmion with 3.5 minutes left in the third period, and they hold on. What a game we had here this evening between these two teams. Marmion will move to 3-3 in the league, while Marist will drop to 1-5, but if you're on the Redhawk side, they came into this game really struggling on the offensive end. We talked about the scoring drought that lasted for way too long of a time if you're a Redhawk fan, but they got those 3 goals in the third period, and you've got to feel good. I don't believe in moral victories, but certainly just a better feeling in that Redhawk locker room because they were able to break through on the offensive end, score a few goals, and going into their next few games, they've got Brother Rice in 2 weeks as their next league game. Maybe they just knocked off some of that bad juju they had on the offensive end. Got Wes Anderson behind the bench waiting for head coach Christian Esposito. Try hopefully get a couple of words from him before the end of tonight's game. Donahue through 2 periods was sensational. Certainly not necessarily any terrible goals that he gave up in those first 3 in the third period, but held on They were able to steady the ship for the Cadets and come away with a victory. So Coach Esposito coming off the ice, and we're going to send it down with Wes Anderson, who's standing by.
Hey, we're here with Coach Esposito. Coach, take us through the bench after Marist popped that third goal.
After that third goal, we got real quiet. You saw some people get their heads down. Our leadership really spoke up and said, this isn't our game. We're going to turn this around. Threw them out there together, and that's exactly what they did. So I was very proud of that comeback there.
We're here on the bigger ice tonight. It looks like you guys were really using your speed to get around their defensemen. Anything different that you talked to your guys about earlier about, forcing that play that way?
Not really. We really pride ourselves on being a speed team, a puck control team, so that's how I always want our players to play. When we're out here on the bigger ice, obviously that's an advantage to a lot of teams in the league that do have that speed game, in their back pocket.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
No problem.
So Wes also has Chase Breslin, his alternate captain from Marmion, and we're going to get some thoughts from him.
Looked like you were really flying around out there. Take us through what you saw, what Marist was really giving you.
They had a really good third period. I'll give them props for that. We fell down. We were playing down to their level. Should have never happened in the first place. But we always, a win's a win, so we'll take that any day.
You're one of the captains of this team. It's always tough when you're up, you have a big lead, and then you see the team respond on that third goal. Anything different you said to the guys after Marist putting that third goal?
Well, you could see some of the guys on the bench were putting their heads down. I just told them to keep their heads up. Game's never over. We still had 7-9 minutes left, and obviously it worked out. Came away with the win. That's all that matters.
All right, congrats on the win. Thanks. Back to you, Max.
Thanks, Wes. And you heard a common theme there, leadership, right? Esposito talked about it. Breslin talked about it, that they scored those 3 quick goals, and there was some heads starting to hang. Really unfortunate on the bench, but that's where leadership comes in. A guy like Breslin, a coach like Esposito, made sure that their guys understood. Plenty of game left. They were only tied. They kept their heads down, and they were able to come away with the win. I want to give a big thanks to our crew here tonight. Max Ferrari on camera. Of course, Jimmy the Wiz Olsen with all the technicals. Alongside Wes Anderson tonight, I am Max Anderson. Thank you for joining us here from Fox Valley Ice Arena. Fantastic game. We'll have Notre Dame versus Carmel Catholic right here on the CCHL network next week. Once again, your final. Marmion wins 4-3, and we'll talk to you again next week.